Hello, everyone. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And this subject today is really important to me. It's something that I got reminded of yesterday when I was actually hanging out with my best friend, Little Mo, also known as Morris Gotro. Maurice Gotro, but everybody calls him Morris. And he has the same first and last name as me, almost. And yes, and every weekend or every second weekend on mostly Saturdays, I like to try to hang out with him for a few hours, like at least 2 to 3 hours. We talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about our health. We talk about our peace of mind. We talk about important things. We just don't talk about the mundane everyday goings of things, but we talk about deeper subjects and stuff. And being with my best friend yesterday, I was reminded of my other best friend, the best friend that really matters, and that's me. That's myself. I am my own best friend more than anything else, especially nowadays. In the last few months, I and when I say best friend, I'm talking about right here. That's where it exists. Your best friend. If you're not in contact with your best friend, I doubt that you're actually happy, because I am only really happy when I'm in contact with my best friend. Now, I will say that the things that my best friend will do for me is amazing when I actually pay attention and listen to my best friend. It's my best friend that reminds me to sit up straight and to stand up straight and not slouch. It's my best friend that reminds me that the situation is not as bad as you think it is. That you are better than that. That you are a better person because you he it reminds me of what's more important. It reminds me to breathe more, to get to every now and then take a deep breath. It's like my best friend's like, no, you need to take a deeper breath. It is my best friend that draws these awesome pictures for me, whether it's Spider-Man, Tool, Fight Club, The Greatest American Hero, right up there. It's my best friend that does it for me. Because if I'm mostly in my head and within the ego and I'm not paying attention to my best friend, I'm not happy. Like, I'll give you an example. When I'm drawing, because he knows my best friend knows I love Spider-Man, so I'll sit, and when I'm in that flow state, I basically am watching my best friend create these awesome artworks for me that because it really knows what I love and what I like, and it's almost an out of body experience, because I'm basically kind of like, whoa, okay, cool, that's awesome, and I'm drawing pictures. So it's my best friend that does the best stuff for me. If you're not in contact with your best friend, which is, you can call it your passion, he exists right here, but it is your best friend, and you need to pay attention to it whenever possible, because your best friend knows better what is good for you than this thing all the time. Being up stuck in your head all the time, being lost in thought. It's when you still want to be aware of your surroundings and not and not yeah, you don't want to be stuck in your head all the time. You need to listen to your best friend. And my best friend. Okay, I'm going to just kind of show you something. I want to show you. I talked about it in my one of my last videos where I think I was eating my wings, and I had to kind of quickly show you. So I was doing a picture for another good friend of mine, and it's just so simple of a picture, and again, it's not me that draws the pictures. It's my best friend who draws the pictures. I just basically stand back and say, yep, you go for it, and I'm always amazed at where it leads sometimes, because it's when I'm mostly in contact with my best friend, that's when the great pieces of creation starts. So just to kind of shift gears a tiny bit, anybody who's aware of the One Piece flag will recognize this. There's other pictures I want to do eventually. I still have some other projects I'm going to be doing, but I did this very simple outline for him to be able to color in with fluorescent markers, to do his job the way he wanted to. But I told him I also want to do a second picture because it's a really simple piece of work to do. I want to do a separate picture where I wanted to color it in my way, the way I think it would look good. And it only took maybe about 3.5 hours total to do these two pictures. But this is for him to fill out and do himself. It's just a simple outline. But this is what I did for him. And I'm going to actually be fixing it up a little bit more, making sure that the colors like the red and the black here are more filled in, so they'll be more uniform and not such a marker looking thing. And try to touch up the picture even just a little bit more, but that is pretty much essence of what I wanted to do for him. So he has one for himself to color in himself, and the one that I did for him so he could, for him to enjoy. And yeah, I love doing stuff like this, and especially when they're easy like this. Yeah, I don't mind doing cool little drawings for him. But to reiterate, to get back into the subject that I started with, be good to your best friend, and your best friend will show you the way to being the best you that you can. You need to get in contact with your best friend. And another message, the same message I gave already twice before, but this will be the third time I give this message. Never compromise your peace of mind for anything, because you will end up losing both. And I truly mean that. It almost always happens. So be good to yourself, and like always, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side, and please have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be. Peace, everyone.